Wonderful people, I'm ALCHEMY, here for the resurrection and assistance to help rise the population back into the origin of the earth, because the whole purpose of being grounded, being birthed on the planet is to assist actually the re-education back into light, and all that been held back was education. So all these terms with the message shifts going on, is going to be an explosion, a very, very deep explosion that's going to surprise many people, because it's been for over 6 months now. I have been promoting the huge axis shift, moving with the axis in our body as we are part of the planet, going back into why Atlantis fell and why the origin actually held tight and did not fall at all. There's not many people who know that, so we can reconnect to everything that was first creation. The only thing, the missing link that people need to move into is willing to be educated, willing to go into self-mastery, willing actually to get employed by the self, and actually taking the decision today to do what it takes in order to get self-empowerment from within, and opening all the skills needed to move on at the speed of light, because the universe is not waiting for you anymore. So I see a lot of my friends connecting, a lot of my clients, like in my private sessions, are saying these days, like, a lot of my families are, you know, going on to the other side, or suffering from severe diseases and not holding on anymore. That is due to the purification process as well. We have no longer any time to re-educate you into the healthy system. There's been enough on YouTube, on social media platforms, how to keep up with a healthy lifestyle. Yet there is still so many people not listening to it, not willing to listen to it, and having that vibration of stubbornness into moving, let's say, actually in divine will. Free will has nowhere to go. If you align to divine will, you have a healthy lifestyle, you do your fitness, you juice your days through, you have a lot of plant-based food, and do whatever it takes to get your taste pebbles on your tongue out of the old cravings and stuff, because light does not allow it. So the question rises many a time, so do we all need to move into light body and light environment? Well, I have but one answer. Yes, it's your origin. It doesn't mean you have to be extremely technological about it. There's simple things you can align to and upgrade every day. There's higher things for those who want to dig deep and become a creator god with all the masters, the angelic kingdoms, right in front of you, because this month is more important than any other month, and that is because the eye of the divine is moving all the way up into the Omni Eye, which is the Black Panther eye, the Black Panther vibration, the vast vibration that opens the eye into beyond the pituitary, beyond the pineal. There's many gates in the brain that open the all that vision. I mean, in 360 degrees circumference. And so the power, if you think about the movie The Black Panther, that is pure power, that is manifestation. Manifestation comes, still comes, through the lavender way, the purple ways, the violet flame. Remember the violet flame, yet many people cannot work with the violet flame because the alignment is not in the body, and it needs at least, a light body equal out the masters and angelic kingdoms that are created or have been created to match our new light body, our new tree of life, because old geometries, old mathematics will not work. And so it is not here, you don't have to understand mathematics, you don't have to understand geometry. But one thing you could put some efforts is understanding that old energies will no longer work. Old energies, meaning the old educational platforms, the old spiritual ways, they are dead and gone. And so what we see is we see these people in these old platforms crumbling with it. Because if you cannot educate sacred geometry as it comes through an individual vibration, through your heart center, and you see inside out your own geometry, then you can move a long, long way. So here, this video is really talking about, the whole month of April, and um, comes that black power to the forefront. If you've seen the movie, you will have seen the first movie, I mean, the first Black Panther movie, which I loved so much. There is a violet lavender flame that has all the power, that has been maintained all the way, throughout the movie. I would suggest to watch it again. Like, the costumes are all in the right way. That is the red vibration, the right way to go. That is the mastery. That is the Andromeda energies, the Aries vibration. Like, they would cut away anything in their way and be the leader on the planet. That is the way April and May will come out. As I've said before, like March, April, May are going to be the life-changing months in 2023. So here the Black Panther energies will will become stronger and stronger in the incoming decade. So this is an important video here, because it opens up not only the rod of power, the voice from within, but it will, bring the old ways into opening self-enlightenment and mastering, which is actually always mastering your own energy. So all you need is to be able, or enable yourself, allow yourself to work with energy that comes from the cosmic breath. We are not moving, not only moving from a light environment, opening the breath of light that opens up many miles in circumference. We are moving a lot faster, because after this year we can open up our energy field into an expansive way, especially if you have your light body. You opened up the capstone, the all-seeing eye, the omni eye, and the eye of the divine through the tiger's eye. Then you will see inside out, and that takes daily efforts. Many people want to have so many skills, they want to create new stuff, but when it comes to doing the work every day, they witness their own laziness, and that is the worst of the worst of the worst you can have within your body as a consciousness. So even though if you want to move, then remove that laziness. It resides in the pituitary, the pineal, hypothalamus at times. So it's this time around, it's just the application of a code that will remove laziness in no time. I've got another video about laziness, and if you want an alignment, then I have a short one. Just do that, because decision time here, if you can decide at least to eliminate that, then you can go a long way, because we're done with the old chakra system. The body is becoming one pillar of light, incorporating all 12 pillars, all 12 universes from the heart. As we're part of the solar system, we are being allowed to apply huge techniques to to pull the decay of the planet on this side, and to move on the beauty of the planet on the other side, that is grounding with the house of light, termed Shambhala. So time and space is already changing. I think many of you, I don't know where you're from, let me know where you're from. I'm interested. Like, I'm going to travel, plant the crystalline grids, overriding the matrix, and you can witness that or be part of my courses in person, or there's also a lot of online courses that will get you into the alchemy of self-mastery immediately, which takes you in the education system that is being required today, nothing of the old. Because if you look at neurologists, psychologists, any physician, and healing anybody in a mental institution takes them 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and many don't even come out of it. That is how low healing components are without light, because the origin is light. When you don't have the application of light that allows you to eliminate any suffering, any drama, any traumatic experience on a daily level, in a week time you will have changed already so much, because that is the speed of light that works with the speeding up of our brains out of the mind control, out of mindfulness, especially because the mind was never created by our source or the divine sources and forces. It was created by the matrix, and so that makes up a huge difference, of course. So if you want to change, then it's about time to take responsibility. Who am I to say? Nobody. I'm just offering you, I'm just telling it like it is. If you want the truth, that is happening. So many people leaving the planet in massive scales, that is only natural, because many will not be able to digest truths coming out and make the necessary internal adjustments to low self to move with the return into light. And that means that the original creation, the original crystal clear seed of the earth with the fall of Atlantis did not break down. We can reconnect to it. And so the most important thing is, of course, mastering the matrix, meaning you override it with crystalline grids. Crystalline grids are massive, are planted all over the planet, so you don't have to do that work anymore. I've been doing the work with many others for 22 years, laying the ground foundation for you. So if you truly want to change, then it's just a matter of doing the work, connecting with it. I have a wonderful online, just connecting to the crystalline grids, or moving into the eternal healer, or even immediately in the alchemy. So going through your self-education for a few months, or 1 month, or 2 weeks, and then upgrading every day. That is the way of life, how it's going to be in the next 10 years. The next 10 years announces the complete stop to animal products, because the body will not be able to digest it, or you get sick from it, which is quite natural. We humans were never meant to eat that. We have been living on light all of the time, and just breathing the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals your body needs, in connection with the divine sources and forces. That makes sense, and that is very individual. Also being educated, so having a light body and a light bulb around it that has all 12 universes with it, opening up through sacred languages, geometrical patterns, then the body starts recalculating. Your brain changes every day, and that goes a lot faster than just rewiring the brain. Who wants to go into the simple rewires? Just, I mean, I change every day. My consciousness changes every day, because I'm aligned to it. And so working with a white ray, a blue ray, a black, a red, a pink ray, connected to Venus, connected to Andromeda, opening that up, then we need the knowledge within each way, and that is the education that offers self-mastery, self-empowerment. Knowing what to apply in a particular situation, or your own situation. That means you define yourself by your own analysis. If you have low consciousness in the brain, or you recycling stuff, we all have that at times, and it gets you sort of in lower vibration, and the expressive side of you, like you don't want to remain there, right? Because you know it cuts you down. So with alchemy and light techniques, with just the new way in ascension, you actually know which technique to apply. In this case, you could apply the Black Panther energy, and that can open up like through a light code. A light code can be like a geometric pattern, you know, a triangle, a cube, a dodecahedron, whatever, you know, what is particular for you. But then when opening the all-seeing eye, the omni eye, the Black Panther eye, from within, and you have worked your purification through with light, then you will see crystal clear. And so then the struggle goes away, because you open from the laziness. Instead you open your own passion, and when your passion opens, then many skills can open. Nobody, you know, the creator gods, the sources and forces that have returned, and in particular your individual sources and forces, these elements will talk to you like a spark to spark connection. Animals will talk to you in clear audience, you know. Clairvoyance will be just like a natural. So you can imagine that we can no longer have people living in the densities, or even allowing the manipulation within the collapse. So here the choice is either living in the collapse that is going to measure out more and more and more negativity and more. And there's the worst here is that even, you know, the authorities are sending out massive entities in order to kill much more vibrations to anything they can possibly think out. But the truth is going to come out. The only thing I have to say here, make sure make sure that you know, whatever you have in your bank account, keep it in your pocket. That would be a lot safer, or at home, or whatever. Banks are not safe, economics are not safe, because if they want to kill it. So then streams come into that if you're still connected to the magnetics versus the crystalline grids. If you live in the crystalline grids all the time, and you have at least a home station, a station where you install the crystals that hold that grid into you, and you work with it every day, then you can expand to grids in Thailand, to grids in the United States, to grids in Canada. Please let me know where you're from. I'm very interested how people move along, what is happening over there in your particular country, and see what we can do, or do together as in a team. So it's all within teaming up. So there is no screaming out to the divine sources and forces. There is only alignment, is what they say. And then you get a massive support to the crystalline grids that are, you know, cycling consciousness, talking to you. It's all, and you see massive splashes of photonic lights coming through that pertain to you. And then you see and hear the communication if you're willing to do the work. So aligning in the morning with a light body, and upgrading with every way in creation, talking to the creator gods, talking to your source. That is something like, I was listening to a video, was an interesting person somewhere, and he said like, also in the light nature of physics, and think of, you know, how the vibration of your heart goes when you're in love with somebody. Think of, you know, when you experience that the most. Then my brain goes immediately like, I never experienced anyone that make my heart pulse from with love and laughter and joy, and, you know, that high vibration, that calibration. But I do experience every day the love of my divine connection with my source. And you know, even if I sit 5 minutes in meditation, I feel the wheels of light through my feet. I feel it coming up through the entire body because I've been purifying it for 22 years now, and I continue. Education never stops. And then I align a few minutes to my source, and then tears start to flow. That is how strong that power is. That, and I feel that pulse in my heart, the high heart opening up. And then you open, you know, we have that capstone on the pyramids that opens, and you start to see the other side, like people see that, you know, at times, yeah, when they go on the other side to an accident and they suddenly come back, they don't want to come back, but that's the world we are creating right now on the planet. So you'll always be in a lighthouse. And there is, you know, Spirit said there's no excuses. So also for those not interested in their own evolution, it's a possibility. I'm telling you, it's only due to laziness. Once laziness is eliminated from your energy field, laziness, stubbornness, anything holding you back, with a small meditation elimination, then you can decide for a brand new life, because the incoming new children will require new education, will, you know, they will not allow kindergartens to teach nonsense that is going on right now. They won't allow high schools to teach nonsense that is present till today. Definitely not mindfulness and all that stuff. They will tell it like it is, because they will see immediately throughout everything that has been put out there, and they'll see to the falseness. They will see to the malfunctioning. So it's not only a must. It's like the universe is just requesting, do you want to be part of it? Yes and no. You've been planted here to be part of the huge changes, and that is the return of all the elements, the seas, nature, ecology, the animals, the resurrection into purity. When we look at all the suffering of the animals on the planet, it's massive. You know, I'm very concerned here as an animal psychologist. Like, I would love to work in these domains and assisting the element, the animals that have been rescued but still suffer from severe traumas, to overcome that. And so, you know, I create with the creator gods and the sources forces, the Elohim, the Urim, the Turim. There's so much there. But at least I feel it now. And if you want to feel it, you need your light body to move all the way into the celestial, celestial, universal light embodiment. And from there on, you open up the omnipotent energies that is actually coming through the Black Panther energy. And then everything in time and space will change, because when you feel um, actually low in vibration, you feel the corruption, you feel the blocked energies, and so, you know, and you put yourself like in a black cube, like isolated, and that's no good. So there's massive opening into reconnection, not in the collective. I would not agree upon that, not even 1%. It's in the unified fields where light vibrations connect to each other, where I can create with you, you can create with me, and we together can create a team. That is truly my dream. We together can create a team. That is truly my dream. So if you're interested to getting to know me and see me, leave a comment from where you're from. Sign up to my newsletter so I have your email, and I keep you updated to my weekly newsletter. More and more information is coming up there, and because all the habits, the old foods, the old attachment will evaporate from your consciousness, and does automatically, on an automatic to the body. And so it means that you won't be tired all of the time anymore. That's over and done. When you will open up your fire engine, because any blockage, any low vibration blocks your fire engine, the will to move forward. Open up any component. And so where most of the humanity is blocked is the air vibration, you know, you feel it through the air. And so upgrading the heart circulation, the blood circulation, the lung circulation, opening the air vibration into the all-seeing eye and all the glands in the brain but also in the body, means you expand and you expand and you expand. So the opening also through my online courses goes into the breath of light, and then the omni breath, and then you feel the omni breath can heal you inside out. So the smaller course here is the eternal healer, in which you heal yourself, you heal your surroundings, and the benefit of it is that you're being requested to also teach it to people or start out healing people with it, because we need a lot more healers that are planted on the truth with the white light body, with with the new tree of life. So no more old geometrical pattern. And so it's actually that you, with the education in the crystalline grids, you become a light walker, a star walker, because we all part of a story. And so it will offer you the capacity to connect with other civilizations. So how fancy is that, right? How fancy is that? Other civilizations. And being a star walker, there's a song, you can look it up on YouTube, Star Walker. It's a great song. It assisted me for a long time. So right now it's about the Black Panther engine, looking up songs connected to the Black Way, the Black Panther, the Omnipotent universe, Back in Black, for example, that beautiful song, Black and Back, is great to apply here. And yeah, also the last song of Bowie, you know, the Black Star, is great. And wearing black crystals, that is huge protection. So um, especially if you want to upgrade in consciousness, then that is the upgrade in becoming more and more light from within. That is the Taurus, you know, the energy opening up through the entire spinal column, and then you wave it all the way um, into the beyond if you want to. But that is what expansion is about. That is what you are about. And so everything in your life will change through it, because we are all students and we need to educate people. We need to heal them. We need to heal the planet and animals, and we educate everything that is a species or a living light vibration. And that is also with the elements, because new elements will return, elements that were killed through the density of the matrix will return on the planet, and they will require a pure vibration that lives on light and pure nutrients. So the great thing here with it, for example, you know, when I need to meet up with people like that I know that are extremely dense, that have, you know, bad intentions and all that stuff. All I need to do is open myself up into my Black Panther embodiment, or the Black Omni embodiment. Breathe that through for 10-15 minutes, open my brain to it, and eventually I get codes, apply these codes. So the energy is piled within the eternal celestial grids. And I come up there, and then, you know, these people even tell me, I cannot talk to you. My response would be, there's no necessity. Of course, I won't start to explain it, right? But that is how easy it goes. You can protect yourself, you can protect your house, you can protect your car from parking that in a dangerous hood or something, just saying. These are all tools and skills you will get quite easily. You can visualize with the Black Panther engines, and of course all 12 colors will come to black and white. Black and white is connected to gold. So the golden alchemy, the chemistry coming to the celestial, the Shambhala vibrations and your universal self is truly what allows the function in a black engine to come true. You can open your own spaceship if you want that, and definitely start to communicate with Black Panthers on the planet. There's Black Panther teams, not to be looked up on Google, please, because there's a lot of density. You can do it with your own brain. So each time when something pops up, you can control it and manage it immediately, because with the higher education into light body, especially in the celestial, evolutionary and universal body, you have an eternal manager that tells you this is what you do immediately, like in 2 seconds time. That density, negative vibration, anything that gets you down is eliminated within seconds, not months, weeks, years. Like in present day society without light. I mean, I'm not nuts, truly. Like going there and seeing the suffering of many people, it is actually the request of the return into maturity. Maturity requires discipline. Discipline requires a structure. A structure requires daily applications with light, with fitness, with healthy nutrients. That's all there is to it. And then the fun starts. But people want to have the fun before the education. That doesn't really work. It's the same if you go to a university, you get educated in a bachelor, a master, and then a PhD. Right. Then you have years of training before you become a doctor in psychology, a doctor in energy, in physics, in whatever. But in between, you get the fun. And once you have installed, just a small vibration and things, you can truly identify anything that comes upon you, and you can change energies before they are being manifested. For example, if you have an intuition, like I have an appointment with a dentist, oh boy, that's going to go wrong. That dentist doesn't really have the skills and blah, 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 blah. You turn that around in your consciousness and you visualize that your particular dentist is changing, uploading more skills, getting education, because they have that also. But they are free to do it or not, right? They have that also in their domain. So that is how quickly it can go. I've witnessed that many times in instant manifestation. So let's say we're all in evolution. Nothing here will ever remain the same. Put that in your head. Evolution is moving fast. The axis shift is moving fast. We are no longer living on 24 hours a day. I think it may be 22 right now. So you will feel that seconds are moving faster, and that is due to the axis shift. So the planet is ascending, and we're already in a seven-dimensional frequency. So 5D, 6D, or the bridge from 5 into 6D is where you have the most difficult time. Like, am I going to do this? Like this decision time. Do I need to do that? And I don't want to do that. That's free will. So move yourself into divine will. That's also in the courses. Just run that through the spine. I want to be on divine will. Do your own invocations, whatever you want to do. So here I truly want to assist you. So it's people coming up with severe problems that is like at times when we suffered trauma for too many years, then perhaps you need a coach or something like it. Like I have clients I coach once a month throughout the year, and they upgrade like 360 degrees very fast. And getting the next layer of instruction, getting the next layer of alignments, and being happy at the time. So not being happy, not doing the work. I mean, we all fail at times, right? But then again, we readjust very, very quickly. We don't linger into it, we don't accept that anymore. And that is the power. The power that I have is pure light consciousness. That is self-mastery. and that is educating, you know, myself inside out. So it actually comes down to you truly must love to educate yourself. And when you're lazy and stubborn, there is no love in self education. Self education or getting a little bit of help, like I can do that as well. If you're interested in me, I read people inside out. From the moment I see them, I start talking like I talk right now, and this is going wrong, and this is what we can reset. And I do reset the brain at the same time. So it's not just consulting, but I'll help you to get out of it immediately. So whatever the issue is, even very severe diseases like cancers and stuff, I've helped many, many people. So it's about redefining and eventually, you know, take 1 or 2 days of private retreat. Decide for yourself where you want to go. Where you want to go. Do you want to change? Yes or no? That's a simple question. If you want to change, what are the actions you allow yourself to take? Write down a journal. This is, for example, a great book to copy over and over again and journal down. There's an alignment even to instant manifestation. Span of 1 year. So you can generate new thoughts every day. You can generate new ideas. You can generate new skills. You can generate, you know, personal alignments